Good morning. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about fear and being present to fear in our lives. I want to talk about how fear manifests itself in our lives and our behaviors, and also a little bit about how mindfulness has shifted my understanding of fear and my understanding of how it operates in my life. One of my favorite meditation mantras is to inhale courage and exhale fear. It's my favorite, I think, because there's not one part of my brain or body that doesn't need courage on any given day. To be alive and thrive in this world and to work inside of your gifting, whatever that might be, requires courage. Fear for me manifests mostly as insecurity. I hate that word. I hate saying it. I hate owning it, but it's true. When I am afraid, I behave out of insecurity. And when I am afraid, I also become angry. So insecurity and anger in my life is an offshoot of that fear. So mindfulness and meditation has taught me to recognize when the fear comes up, to name it, and to walk through it in such a way that is honorable to me as well as honorable to other people. Fear always comes up. I spent most of my life running from or stuffing or both feelings. Literally not wanting to feel a thing. And so this past year of healing for me has been all about feeling the things I avoided for so long. I avoided out of fear. So now I have to be courageous in my thinking, courageous in my therapy, courageous in my faith, courageous in my friendships, courageous in my meditation, in order to feel the things I need to feel in order to heal. So the mindfulness practice of noticing, getting at the root without judging, and the opportunity to then change a behavior or change the way of thinking has changed my life. So oftentimes when I wake up in the morning, my mind might be a mess and racing. And for me, one of my defaults is negativity. So now what I have become adept at is the minute I start to go negative, I stop myself. I start to breathe intentionally into my belly, out of my nose or out of my mouth. I start to inhale courage and exhale fear, and I notice what's really going on. Was it something that bothered me the day before? Maybe it's something that I'm not doing that I should be doing. Whatever the case is, rather than proceeding on another minute in my day in fear, in negativity, I now have the opportunity to meaningfully change it. Not because it's bad, without judgment, but because it doesn't serve me and it doesn't serve the relationships in my life. So often in meditation, I'm being very intentional. In fact, I don't think we should ever walk into a meditation without an intention. I don't do it as excavation missions or getting in there and digging deep to see what comes up. I go walk into most meditation with the intention of A, to breathe, and B, to maybe recognize what's going on in my head so that I have an opportunity to figure it out and then heal it. For me, it all goes back to healing, and this is an ongoing process. Throughout any given meditation, I may have to redirect my mind 37 million times. But what I don't do is I don't get up. If my intention was to sit still for 5 minutes, I give myself the grace to sit still for 5 minutes, even if my mind is a mess. If it's 10 minutes, I grace myself for those 10 minutes, even if my mind is a mess. Because oftentimes I've discovered after the 10 minutes of me thinking I just wasted my time, in the next few minutes, I will discover, oh boy, see that pattern that I went through? Okay, that was really the source of my negative mood today, or that was really the source of my feeling down about myself or my insecurity. And for me, that has been a wealth of knowledge. So today you might choose to put on your favorite meditation music, to find a quiet spot, or if it has to be in your car or wherever you are, stop and take 5 minutes, fire up your breathing in such a way that serves your whole entire being. Fire up your breathing, start to feel that peace work its way through your body. Feel the oxygen work its way through your body, which will soften all your systems, soften your mind, soften your shoulders, soften the tension. Start to build your mantra in your mind, inhaling courage and exhaling fear, and just see what comes up. When it comes up, don't get agitated, don't judge it, just see it, be present to it. Don't run from it. I don't want to say we because I'm not sure, but I have been running from things for so long. I can sit still and be present to those things in my life now, mostly through breathing, which has been the hugest blessing and gift, because we can't be present to anything if we're not breathing. If we're like this, which is the manifestation of fear and insecurity, tight fist, shoulders, angst, grinding your teeth at night, all those things, we're not going to get anywhere with this posture. With this posture, we're going to go far, because we're just allowing presence into our life, allowing intentionality into our life. Noticing the fear. And healing whatever it is that is causing the fear. It's been a really big one for me on a daily basis. Journaling about it helps a lot. I'm comforted constantly by scripture. I have maybe 1 or 2 people in my life who I can talk to my fears about. And then the mindfulness of just noticing it and calling it out for what it is, rather than the 3rd level surface thing that I choose to believe it is. Calling it out for what it is, and that is fear. Inhaling courage and exhaling fear, sometimes 37 million times a day. So powerful, especially when you wake up in the morning and you feel a little off, maybe just being a little tired. I'm triggered by being tired. I'm triggered by sugar. I'm triggered by a lack of self-care. Can set me off down the spiral of fear and negativity and insecurity. So all those things I have to be super intentional about on a daily basis. Getting enough sleep, exercising every day, eating well, avoiding sugar, drinking enough water, being mindful. I hope this encourages you, maybe even just a little.